Hello and welcome everybody. This practice is Operation Reclaim, Trauma-Informed Flow. So this class, I want you to be very comfortable. I want you to make sure that you have stuff surrounding you that makes you feel comfortable. I have a candle, I have my water, everybody should have their water. And then slightly I have incense, white sage incense that gets rid of all of the negative energy. And then in the back, I have all of my earth elements. And then I have water, which you can't see over here. But my water over here can be the element. I guess I switched it over to this side. So today we're going to start out just an easy sit position with your legs crossed. You can use a blanket. You'll want a blanket and a couple blocks for this class. So I like to sit on a blanket because it helps with my posture and relieves tension from my lower back. So you guys can sit without a blanket, or you can actually be in supine for this position because we're going to work on some grounding first. So it's up to you. So let's go ahead and start. We're going to just close our eyes and we're going to ground starting from our bottoms. And then we're going to sit up tall, go through all of our root chakras to the crown of our head, and like it's pulling in a straight line. And then we're going to take our thumbs and our middle fingers and we're going to put those together. And then we're just going to do some breathing here. And during this time, I just want you to check in with your body, see where your tension's at. We're going to do a lot of heart and hip openers today to release that tension. So just check in with your body, do some neck rotations to the right, to the left. And we're going to do some mantras during this time. So during this time, if you want to stay in this position, remember this is all about your comfort and practice. We're not comparing ourselves to others. You know, we're focused on form and technique, but not to the point where it distracts you from the purpose of this class, which is reclaiming your body and your mind from trauma. So you can join me now if you want to put your hands over your heart. And then I want you to repeat after me. I return to center. I return to center. I return to center. I return to center. And if this is something that you want to take a note of and maybe do a journal entry in after this class, I return to center and kind of how that makes you feel, you can. Also, if you get distracted or start getting intrusive thoughts during this class, I would remind you just to say, I return to center, and center yourself back to class. So we're just going to put our hands on our heart and just breathe to your body's natural rhythm. Let your breath arrive before your body does. You're not here to perform. You're here to reclaim. I'm just going to sit in silence as we visualize reclaiming our bodies, our minds, our body, our heart, our souls. And you can either have this mantra or back to thumbs, to middle fingers. You kind of set your intentions for this class. Rather, it's just to release tension in some areas, to help you in your healing journey, or just maybe you want to use this as a restorative yoga class. That's great too. Everybody should feel pretty grounded by this point. So we're going to move on to our gentle warm-up. we're going to go ahead and inhale, the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale. Got 3 more of these. Inhale. Last one is going to be the biggest inhale you've had yet. You want to get into the top, take a sip of air, hold it just for 3 counts. 1, 2, 3, and then exhale. All right, and from this position, we're going to go into cat and cow. So you want to go on all fours. Move your blanket out of the way. So make sure that you're grounded in this pose as well. So what I mean by grounded, through your feet, making that connection with the earth, and through your hands with your middle fingers pointing towards forward. And then from this position, we're just going to rotate through cat and cow very easily while we breathe. Phrase during this warm-up session, I move forward with clarity and calm. So while you're doing this, I want you to think, I move forward with clarity and calm. I move forward with clarity and calm. So keep thinking that, visualizing you're moving forward with clarity and calm. I'm going to do 3 more of these. We're going to go ahead and sit easily because we're going to go ahead and go down to the supine position. In this supine position, we're going to do windshield wipers. So we're going to have our legs up in the air, your arms to your side. And then same thing, I want you to still continue to think, I move forward with clarity and calm. And if you want to, go ahead with your fingers and just your thumbs to your middle finger again, right by your side. And when we're here, just with our breath, we're going to go side. Each movement is a message. Let your spine decide if it's slowly. Feel your spine, your pelvis, your lower body start to warm up, kind of open up a little bit. You should do 2 more on each side. position. We're going to put our feet down on the ground, round them into the ground, and during this time with your fingers, I still want you to keep them just like how they are, thumb to middle finger. And I want you to be down here, and we're just going to do some pelvis tilts. So we're going to tilt forward, back, get that tension relieved out of your pelvis, forward, back, breathe, this has minutes. Keep your mind calm. Just focused on the tension in your pelvis, in your abdomen area. We got 10 of these. Open your eyes and kind of slowly wake your body up. And then we're going to move into our hip openers. So go ahead and come back up into your seated position. And from here, we're going to work on figure fours or lizard pose with some blocks and our supported pigeon. And our mantra during this time, when we're not actively using our hands, maybe in pigeon when you lower down to the floor, you're going to use your thumb to your ring finger to your middle. Thumb, ring finger to the middle. Thumb, ring finger to the middle. And that's just going to keep you in the present moment. And then during this phase, I want you to remember in your mind to keep repeating, I release what no longer serves me. So let's practice together. I release what no longer serves me. I release what no longer serves me. I release what no longer serves me. So now we're going to move into this final figure four. So we're going to lay back down. And you have a couple different ways that you could do this. So you could start with your right foot forward first, and then reach in. This is a hip opener just by itself. You can just stay here. If you want to stay here, you can also push your right leg forward. Bring back your left foot and grab your right foot. We're just going to do 10 breaths here. And I want you to remember that phrase, I release what no longer serves me. Your hips hold stories. You get to decide which ones stay, and you can release the other ones. If you feel more comfortable with your head down, you're always welcome to do that. If you just want a little more core work in here. I think we have 5 more breaths, then we're going to switch. Alright, I'm going to switch sides. So take your left leg and it goes under your right knee. You can stay in this position if you don't have that flexibility yet. And then breathe. And then we're gonna repeat. I release what no longer serves me. I release what no longer serves me. You can either repeat it out loud or you can just repeat it inside. Same thing here. If you want to go into more of a deeper figure four, you're gonna push your left leg forward, bring that bottom right leg down, and then grab your left foot. Same thing. You wanna relax your stomach, your spine. Just make sure you engage your bottom core. You can really feel these as hip openers. It feels so great to relieve the tension and release what doesn't serve us. Got 5 more breaths here. And I want you to think about some things that do not serve you any longer that you can let go of. From here, we're going to open back up. We're going to put our feet on the floor. And then we're going to turn to our side in the fetal position, whichever side works for you. Sit up slowly. And then we're going to go into a lizard pose. So you can start on all fours. And you can either do it from this position, and this is the position I'm going to stay in today because it's much more relaxing for me because I do have the lower back and pelvis injury that I'm working through. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your right foot and bring it up to your right hand. And then you're going to tilt your foot out. So you can see it that way. And the farther that you can get down, the more of a hip opening you'll get. I'm not that flexible yet, so I'm going to stay here. And remember, I release what no longer serves me. Same thing, your hips hold the stories, and you get to decide which ones stay. So release what no longer serves you. You got 5 breaths here. Go ahead and bring that leg back, and you're going to bring your left leg up, because what we do on one side you have to do on the other. You can either have your hand outside or your hand inside. Same thing. That lizard stretch. Release what no longer serves me. My hips tell lots of stories, and I get to decide the ones that I keep. 5 breaths here. All right, from this position, we're going to go into tabletop. We're going to go into supported pigeon. So this is where you can use one of your blocks. And I typically put it right here because that's where my bottom goes, my glutes, that kind of help my pelvis stabilize. So from here, we're just going to go into a downward dog position. So what you want to do is ground your feet on the floor, your hands on the floor. Reach your pelvis up to the sky. And we're going to start off on our right leg. You're going to take your right leg and bring it through into the pigeon pose. And then you should be able to sit right on the block like how I'm sitting. And in this pigeon pose, you can either be up just like this. It's kind of a hip and a heart opener. Or you can come down to the floor. And this is where you might try the thumb, ring finger, middle finger. Thumb to ring finger, middle finger. And just keep that chin in your head. I release what no longer serves me. I've got 5 breaths here. I want you to make every breath intentional. Breathe in, and then release that tension or negative energy that's in your body. Breathe in all the positive around the world, around the earth and the elements, and breathe out the negative tension and energy. One more. We're going to go back up into a downward dog. Engage your core. Just kind of stretch your feet out a little bit. Take a couple breaths here. Then you're going to take your left leg and move it up where your bottom is sitting on the block. And then same thing, you can either be up like this, kind of a heart opener too. Or you can come down and just kind of melt into it. And same thing, I release what no longer serves me. My hips tell stories, and I decide which ones that stay. So we're going to start our 5 breaths. Since I did it on the other side, I'm going to do it on this side. So thumb to ring finger to middle finger. Ring finger, middle finger. Keep breathing. Last one, remember, breathe in all the positive energy from the earth and breathe out the tension, the negative tension, and any negative feelings, thoughts. And from here, we're going to come back up. We're going to go into a downward dog. We're just going to take 5 breaths here. Go ahead and move your feet back and forth if you want. Check in with your body again. We're about halfway through. See where the tension is at. We're going to switch to heart openers. Don't be surprised if after this class you do start to have some emotional release, because we're doing deep hip openers and heart openers. And sometimes, yogis, we have emotional releases after this, which can be good. So from this position, we're going to come back to our seated position. Like I told you, since we're halfway through, I'm going to have a quick water break. So grab your water. Still breathe. Keep your mind on the intentions that you set today. When we drink the water, taste it. It's an element of the earth. Water is the reason why we're all alive. Because our body and energy, or our body and cells, the energy that we need. So just slowly take a sip and taste it. And taste how cold or warm, if you like warm water. And just focus on the texture when you swallow it and how it makes your body feel when it enters your stomach. And set your water down. You want to make sure that we just take gentle sips. We don't want to chug water in yoga, just because it could make our abdomen upset from all the water in there and it's moving around. Alright. So now we're going into heart openers to open up our heart. And during this phase, I honor the wisdom of my heart is what I want you to keep repeating, either out loud or to yourself. So with me a couple times. I honor the wisdom of my heart. I honor the wisdom of my heart. I honor the wisdom of my heart. And the first pose that we're going to start out is the Sphinx. Or you can do low cobra if that hurts your back. So we're going to go roll back on to our abdomen. And then you're going to kind of be in that forearm position with your arms parallel to each other and you're right here. Or if you want to do a low cobra, you can be right here. But I'm going to stay in the Sphinx. But like I said, I'm working through some back stuff, so I'm just going to do this. And remember what our mantra is during this time. I honor the wisdom of my heart. Let your chest rise like a signal flare. This is your truth, not your weakness. And for those of you that can do a little bit more, you want to make sure your heart is pointed to the sky. Try to relax. So you can see I was tensing my back. I want to make sure I'm relaxed. Still engage your core. And then just repeat that mantra. I honor the wisdom of my heart. I honor the wisdom of my heart. We have 5 more breaths here. I just want you to focus, same thing, and breathing in all the positive energy that the earth has. The elements, earth, water, fire, wind, and air. And then exhaling all the negative thoughts, feelings, and tension out of your body. Got 3 more. One more. Biggest inhale yet. And exhale. All right, from here, we're going to go into a supported bridge. So we're going to go just roll over on our backs. You're going to use the block here too, and the blanket if you'd like. So the block is going to go on your sacrum and not on your lower back. So all the way down here. So you're going to lay on it just like this with your legs up in the air and your arms down to your sides. And just breathe. And if you would like to put the blanket on your abdomen, just kind of for a more grounding effect, or on your legs you can. I'm just gonna leave it right here. And then during this, same thing that we said before, because these are still heart openers. I honor the wisdom in my heart. I honor the wisdom in my heart. And just melt your sacrum on that block. Relieve the tension. And tuck your shoulders in. Open your heart up to the sky. Have the palms up if you'd like, or if you still like that. Thumb to ring to middle finger. While you breathe, feel free to do that. I'm just going to leave my palms up. Position feels so good. I could probably stay here all day. Just feel that tension release in my hips and pelvis. Honor the wisdom in my heart. So we got 5 more breaths here. Two more. All right, I want you to kind of lift up into a bridge pose. Make sure you engage your core, so you're kind of melted into that. And remove the block out. Come back down to your bottom. Go ahead and take the blanket off of you if you have one. Set it to the side. And from here, we're going to roll over to the fetal position. We're going to slowly come up with your head being the last thing up. And we're going to come into a bound angle, reclined. Means you're sitting upright, and you can put your feet here. You can either press down and lift your chest up to the sky. And breathe. This is our final pose in our heart openers. So same thing, I honor the wisdom of my heart. Let your chest rise like a signal flare. This is your truth, not your weakness. If you want to be a little bit more comfortable, you can go ahead and place your hands behind your back. Really opening up that chest and those hips. Drop your head back, raise your chest to the sky. We got 5 more breaths here. last one. We're going to come back into a seated position, just checking with our bodies if we want to drink a little bit of yoga. We're going to go into some light inversions. Lots of you that watch my channel see that I incorporate a lot of inversions just because I feel like the circulation in your body is just like a release to get that rich oxygenated blood moving through your body. And so during this time, your mudra, if you'd like, is going to be the phase, I reclaim my power. I reclaim my power. And you can either do in some of the poses, you can do interlacing your fingers and your index finger. And we're going to breathe. We're going to tilt to the right. Go ahead and open up, shoulders down away from your ears. Sit straight up. Make sure you're grounded to your tailbone. Still have all that energy going through your chakras. And you're going to come back up to the middle. And then you're going to go to the left side. Gauge your core, ground through your bottom. Feel the tension release in your hips and in your heart. Come back to the center. Bring your palms down. And now we're going to do our legs up the wall. So I'm going to give you guys a couple different options. So I think that everybody should be able to put their legs against the wall. I might have to kind of move over a little bit here so you guys can see me. Probably to this side over here. What you want to do is get your bottom very close to the wall. Close as you can get. You need to wiggle down. Wiggle into that position. And you can stay here if you want. Hand goes over your heart and over your abdomen. You're just going to breathe. Because this is still an inversion. You still get the benefits this way. It might not be a full inversion. So those of you where this is good enough, I want you to stay in this position. And then those of you that maybe have my similar handstand device that I've used in other series, I don't want you to do full handstands here because we're working on reclaiming restorative yoga today. So if you have one of these, you can join me. And I'm going to switch this way so you can see my face. So to get into it, I'm sure I don't have my house down. To get into this, your head goes in here. Easiest way I found is to use my elbows kind of as a prop and then get my knees and my elbows. So when I'm here, you can stay here. This is what serves you today. You can lift all the way up into an inversion. Come down here. Come in. Some hip openers in the air. You can also do some of this stuff against the wall. So if you're still on the wall, you can spread your legs down the wall, bring them back up, spread them down. And one of the other inversions that I like to do, because it takes a lot of stress off of my lower spine, is to put my head back and then my feet back. So wherever you're at, if you're on this device with me, or if your legs are still against the wall, I want you just to take 5 more breaths here. And remember, if you start to get lightheaded in this position, it's just because your body's not used to being in inversion. So once you start to feel lightheaded, go ahead and come out of it, and then just do your legs up against the wall. And then to come out of it, we're just gonna go like how we came into it. So you're gonna put your knees on your elbows and then just come right back down. I'm not trying to work for Amazon or sell anything, but I got this off of Amazon. It's $100, but I absolutely love it because it takes the pressure off of my wrists and the instability with handstands, and then also takes away some of the danger, like if you fall over or anything like that, but lets you still get the inversion and stabilize your core, with your glutes, everything. So highly recommend it. Come in white or black. When you get an opportunity, purchase one if you like. All right, now we're gonna end this one, this light inversions, with an optional down dog into a dolphin pose, which is kind of like the first steps of getting into a handstand. So back into the downward dog on all fours. Lift your feet up. Get your shoulders to the sky, or excuse me, shoulders away from ears, your hips to the sky. Eventually you want to try to get your feet down, touching the mat. Make sure you're grounded in your feet, feeling that energy from the earth, grounded in your hands. And if you want to stay here, if you feel like you're not ready for a dolphin pose yet, please stay here. Those of you that are ready for a dolphin pose, what you're going to do is you're going to come down onto your forearms, and your head is going to come in between your hands. And you're just going to slowly walk your feet up until one day you can get both feet off the ground into a handstand. But for those of you, I'd like you to stay here today. Like I said, if this is not comfortable, go ahead and drop your knees. Come back into a downward dog. Hips go to the sky. Ground in your feet and your hands. Shoulders down. Elbows away from your ears. And then we have 5 breaths here. And during that 5 breaths, we're going to either say out loud or in our head, I claim my power. I claim my power. Inversion is an escape. It's prescriptive. Let gravity remind you what's yours. I reclaim my power. right from here, we're going to go into a plank. And we're going to just slowly go down. And then we're going to go right here. And then I want you to take your nose and put your nose to the mat. And then I want you to take your legs and windshield wiper them the opposite way. So we get some tension still at lower back. Go ahead and bring your legs down. Your arms at your side. Just take 5 breaths over on your left side. And this is our integration and closing section. And I want you to switch to your right side. And during this integration and closing session, our phrase is, I am safe to know myself. I am safe to know myself. So switch to the right. Five breaths here. You want to incorporate the mudra, which is thumb to ring, thumb to middle, thumb to ring, thumb to middle, while you're doing those last 5 breaths. All right, from this position, you're going to go up into tabletop. And from here, you're going to go into the seated position. And in the seated position, we're going to do some spine twists. So from a spine twist, you can go ahead and drop your left leg down, bring your right leg over, and turn the opposite way. And if this is plenty for you, this is where I would like you to stay. If you need a little bit more, you can tuck your right leg behind. We got 5 breaths. And I'm safe to know myself. You've done the recount. Now you get to rest in what you found. I'm safe to know myself. One more breath. Make sure you're sitting up straight. Ultimately, you want to get your shoulders facing the back of the room and look to the back of the room. Get deeper into that twist. All right, we're going to come out of it. Same way we came into it. Just go ahead and bring this leg back. This leg's come back over the top. Right leg goes down. Left leg bends. Goes over the top of your right leg. And remember, like I said, sit up straight. You can either be in this position, or you can now take your left leg, slide it back towards your bottom, and come into that spine twist. Still opening our hips and our hearts. I feel safe knowing myself. I am safe to know myself. I got 5 breaths here. One more. Then we're going to come back into a seated position. Or we're going to go into Shavasana. So I would rather go into Shavasana at the end of my practice because it's one of my favorite postures. So you can join me in the Savasana. And during the Savasana, I want you to kind of go back through all of our phases that we said out loud. So the last one, I know I'm safe to know myself. If you want to join me in supine position, you can let your feet splay out. You can have your hands by your side. Your shoulders kind of tucked in a little bit, displaying your heart again to the sky. Hands to heart, hands in your abdomen. Just going to breathe, check in with our body to see if we've released the tension. We've reclaimed our body. Release the negative energy. We know we're safe. And our heart has the wisdom to carry us through. And I just want you to reflect on your practice today internally. And I'm going to check back in about 10 breaths. And this isn't a check-in with yourself to see what you did wrong or what you didn't do right or compare yourself. This is just a check-in to see how you feel. Hopefully you feel great. And you feel like you can reconnect with your body and your mind together as one. Alright, you can stay here as long as you want. As always, looks like I'm running over my 45-minute time. So from this position, I want you just to kind of slowly wake your body up. Move your legs a little bit. Move your arms a little bit. And I want you to roll over into that fetal position. The last thing up is going to be your head. We're going to sit in the seated position. And we're going to say, repeat after me, I'm a survivor. I am strong. This is just the beginning of my journey. I am a survivor. I am strong. This is just the beginning of my journey. I hope that you got something out of today's class. Feel free to leave me any comments. Subscribe if you like the content. Feel free to email me at togetherweheal81@gmail.com. Also, you can go on to the LinkedIn page where Craig's LinkedIn page is, and you can learn more about PTSD, complex PTSD, what it does to your brain, and lots of different great articles. So I want to thank you for being here today. And remember, I am a survivor. I am strong. This is just the beginning of my journey. Namaste.